nice day. It's cool, but what we're going to do is go over to the bird area, and we're going to try to get the seeds in the ground for my raised beds over there too, if we can today. If not, we'll get to that tomorrow, enter the pond. But I want to get this done first. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to go live, and hopefully we can get as live as long as we can. I have my mic on so that you can see me, and I want to show you that the birds have been around all this time. I did a couple shorts, and I'll keep doing the shorts on the birds and stuff like that. But we want to get here today is over here, clean up this mess. All right? So we're going to go live. I'm going to be passing you and everything else. I'll be telling you what I'm doing. So I'm going to get everything ready. I just have just about everything ready. I got to get the pail and the kneeler so I can kneel and pick up the weeds and stuff. I wanted to get this so we can get in here. I have the weeder that we're going to get. We're going to try to get as much as we can out. We can take those out. We're just going to cut them. They'll come back next year. They're perennials. They come up in the spring. The flowers right here. You see these flowers right here? We're going to cut them out. We're going to try to get in there around the hydrangea and around the rose bush. Like I said, I want to put up twigs and stuff like that for perches for the birds and stuff like that. They will come around here. I'm going to make it somewhat predator proof. I'm going to put stuff there that the cat won't be able to get to where I have that. And we're going to put a trellis up over, an arbor up over here. And I'm going to try not to have the bird feeders in the bird bath. So what we're going to do is get in here. We're going to move this stuff first. Let me get the barrel. As you saw yesterday, I mulched the bed along the fence in zone 6. I've set everything up into a zone. Take these out because this goes to a place they make compost out of, or whatever they do. They sell it back to the people. So we're going to take these out. And we're going to stick them over here for now. And we'll put them in the pail later. It's not that windy today, so that's okay. So we have the barrel over here. Like that. What I want to do first is get these weeds out right here. See, I'm working right here. And we'll take these out too. I believe they work. So we basically weeded over there, so move them over there for now. I don't think this solar light works. This one. All right. enjoy the view. I got to get my daughter. Watch the view of the yard. I'll be right back. Enjoy the view. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, give a thumbs up. I'll be right back to get to it. This is why it takes me time to finish a project. Okay, I'm back. My wife went to get her. She knows I'm working here. She says, gotta get Chrissy. And then she goes and gets her. So I don't know. That's it. We're back. So as I was telling you, the area that we're doing is the bird sanctuary. The reason it's here is because this is where most of the wildlife is. As I was saying before we interrupted, I don't know if this works. This may work. I have to be careful. I'm going to show you what to do with the solar panel. So this may not work. So what we're going to do is take them all out. And then another thing that they're in there because they deter the cat from getting the birds. There's enough in there. He's got to be sneaky, get in there and be able to get out and get the birds. So we make something over here that he can't get. He's got to be in this area. Okay, hiding. If I have all sorts of stuff in that area where he can't lie there and out and get the bird in the bird feeder or the bird bath or whatever, that's a good thing. So by having all this stuff around, and as well as the pond, putting this stuff in the garden bed. So we're going to put these by the barbecue area. Hopefully next week before Memorial Day, we'll be able to get to this. I want to see if these get lit or light up with the solar panel on it. Tell you how to check the solar panel out to see if it's working or not. And I can tell you right now that this may not be working because there's rust in there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's rust in there. All right. So this probably will not work. So we got them off. We'll get our gloves, but we'll try it and see. We got enough of them now. And I know this one doesn't work because the sprinklers come on and they get this solar panel wet. And there's no on-off switch here. This got wet and is no longer working. So I think this is now. If I have this here or over here, the bird can safely go in the bird bath. By having this here, the cat can't get in. The cat knows that he's not going to be able to jump and get out. He wants to get the bird. He's not going to get it around this. So we're going to put all this stuff like around the bird bath, like this, and the flowers. He's not going to go in there. All right. Where he usually comes in is by the pond. So we're not going to have that. Then we're going to put that sound thing over by the pond to keep the predators out. So that's the idea. He doesn't have this space to get out. So by having all these around here and by the pond, they can't get in there. And there's a bird over there. They're around the yard while I'm in the yard. I found out that they still won't get close to me. Hopefully by the end of the summer, I will have them being close to me. That's what I want to do. I don't want them to be friendly, to have me come out and put the feed in and stuff like that, be around me and not be afraid. They scope out the area. They know when a dog is out. They know when a cat is present. They know the times that the cat comes around. This is the best time, but I got to get this done. So you'll see them coming around while I'm doing this. And I've seen them coming around while I'm on the other side of the grass area. So we're going to continue with our live. Hopefully we can stay on. I'm looking for my feed, and I want to see how much we have as far as time left. So we're going to do as long as we can. So I got to get the new gloves I bought. I got these because they have rubber on it, and hopefully it will stop my hands from getting black with the mulch and stuff. And they seem to be pretty good. If this doesn't work, I'm going to buy a good pair of gardening gloves in the store. I'm going to test them all out, and I'm going to offer them in my monetization to somebody that just does flowers or whatever. You want a good pair of gardening gloves? I will have gardening gloves with my logo on it later on as we go along. So that's it. It will be, my logo will be right here in this area. So let's get these weeds out and in the barrel. Because what we want to do is put the mulch here. And like I said, you'll see me picking out the weeds. And hopefully I get most of the roots. But if I see a dandelion or something coming up, I a spot spray it. And we'll put down that weed control to weed and feed. Gotta have the plant food that feeds the plants, the flowers, and kills the grass and stuff. But if we can, we'll just spray the weed. So we take this and it gets 90% of the weeds out. Then we'll go in there and get that, and then we'll put our mulch down. And it also brings up the old mulch too. And I try to get as many as I can, weeds out as I can with the roots. There's another stake. The garden bed was originally over here. I want this here because I don't want the bird. We got to get the peanuts shells out of here to be attacked. So I'm going to grab these weeds here. Got to get in here and get these. See how much we get. So you'll see me doing it live right here. We take these off because they will come back next year. The bulb in the ground. And here's another light. What we're going to do is try to attract hummingbirds, all sorts of birds with bright colored flowers, purples, reds, pinks, orange, bright colors. It also helps get the roots. So once we get 90% of the weeds out, we'll put down our mulch. See if we can get this root out. There, we got it. I've seen these advertised on TV. I finally saw one on Temu. Got it for like less than $1, I believe. It works great. I got to do a review on some of this stuff for them. So we're testing them out first, and I'll let everybody know what I think of them first. So you hear the birds, they want to get to the feeder and stuff, but they know I'm over here, so they won't come. When I'm over there, they will come. Over on that side, in zone 4, they come. But I'm in zone in zone 4. When I'm out of zone 4, they come around. Put it that way. So what I'm going to do is go over here. Basically got the weeds out of over here, this area. I got to go over there. I also got weeds to get out over here. And it's getting very windy again and everything. Getting cold. But we're going to stay out here as long as we can. I'm sweating already. You see the weeds here? All these weeds. Right here. This is where we're going to get. See that? This area right here. We're going to get cleaned up. And then we got to get in there again and take out the bird seed that's in there and clean the water out. I'm going to try to keep the bird feeders away from the bird bath so we don't get bird seed in the bird bath. Now let's get to this. Another project is fixing these stones around. They seem to be sinking. I have bricks in there where we've got to line them up and put the dirt back and everything else, and they'll look nice. That's after we get everything done. We can always do that, move the mulch back and set the bricks and then put the mulch back. In other words, move it back and we'll put it forward. If we have to get another bag of mulch when we do it, we'll do it. So let's get this. We'll take these out. This I want for the front. This is for the solar lights in the front. I had a couple back here. I got a bunch of them. And I noticed that the constant bombardment of the sprinkler on it, because there's a sprinkler right here, and it constantly bombards it. It got wet, and in the winter it froze. It worked all summer, and then it froze in the winter, and didn't work anymore. So we got to get these out. We want these out too. So you can't get in here. Notice if I pull outward, we get most of the weeds out. I got to get in there and get those. I don't know how without disturbing the bird feeder, bird bath. We're going to try. We got to get in there. What I'm going to do is go on that side under it and get them. Hopefully this will work. Or they wind up hurting myself severely. Let's see. With the rose bush. As you see, I got caught with the rose bush already. I got to be careful over here because the hose for the sprinkler comes down over here. The sprinkler thing is box timer and everything is right in this corner. That's why that's here. And I have an electrical outlet over there, outdoor. We are getting it. You see? Get as much as we can. Now, I have a stick here. I'm going to put that up somewhere later on. We got to get on that side. We got most of it. That was my main objective, to get most of it out, which we did. Now we'll go over to that side and get over the rocks. This is great because This helps with my balance. As you know, I broke both my legs. So this helps. Makes it much easier for me to get up. So what we want to get is this. We can take this, all this out. Just put these on the side. See if we can use them. If not, we throw them away. I'm getting these out. I'm getting the weeds out between the bricks. Like I said, once we do the bricks, okay, once we do these bricks, we'll get all the weeds out, we'll level them out and everything. That is all filled with bird seed and stuff like that. Like over here, this whole area is built up with bird seed. We got to dig that out and get our slates out. So that's why it's like that. Okay. We want to get all this out. I know you're hearing me moaning and groaning, but that's, I'm sure everybody does it. Don't realize that they do it. I got you live. That's why I didn't want to do this live, but I figured I'd show everybody what I'm doing, what I'm making, what Garden Aquatics is all about. Garden and aquatics, irrigation, drip irrigation, aquatic plants in the pond, all stuff. And we finally got some buds on the flowers. So I'd say by the end of May, we'll have flowers on that rose bush. Because I cut that out, so it's not giving energy to that. It's basically dead. So we'll get in there and cut it down. I think this one too. Yeah, there's another one here I can cut. Once we get all this established, we'll get in there and we'll cut that. All right. We got to get in there and rake this. We can get this out here. So when we're done over here, we'll go over there and we'll cut those bushes down also. I can get in here and get this, and I'll show you what I have. I have mesh in here, decorative mesh, like fencing or whatever, in here so that it keeps the birds out. I mean, the cats out. They can't get in there. What I want to do is get this, if I can. That's what I want to get. This weed, this ivy. The guy had ivy all over. And I try to get it out. I think I have a weed in here. Oh, is this a weed? Yes, this is a weed. All right, so we'll get in here Actually, this is tied around it, so we can't get to that. But I have another stake here. So the cat goes here. He steps on this. Ow! To deter him from going in there. So now we take this out. I don't want to take this out, but it looks like I'm going to have to. We'll move it someplace else, maybe over there. I don't want the bird seed on the thing. You think he would want to be alone? It's going to be tough, but we'll get it. Here we go. So I think I'm going to put it because I don't want that bird feeder smacking against the house. So that's the hummingbird feeder that we got. So we're going to put it over here because we're going to have the flowers all over here. So maybe, let's see, right here in the rose bush or beside it, so they can go to the flowers and stuff. I figure right here near the hydrangea bush, that would be a good place for it. So let's see if we can get it in the ground now. No, we got a root there. A little further. There we go. There we go. So the hummingbird could come around here and get it. We may have to cut that. I think they will come around. They have this area. They have the hydrangea bush here that they would go for. And we'll put all sorts of red flowers and nice orange and stuff like that over here. We'll put some impatiens. We'll go to a yard and try to find the tubular flowers. So that's good right there. All right, let's get over here now. We want to get this out. And we'll fix this. All right, we'll fix this at the end. So we want to get this out over here. All right, we got it over here. It's growing over here. We'll get it. We want to get this out. A lot of bugs over here. Better be careful. Don't get bit. Bugs and worms. There's some worms. Tell you one thing, my aunt was afraid of worms. I mean, she saw one too. She went ballistic. I mean, oh God, whatever. So, and like I said, this is all bird seed over here. And I can imagine what's under this grass by the gate, too. If there's bird seed here, this is a good fertilizer. And that's why I'm wearing the gloves, too. The water would stay stagnant here. This is why, because these weeds were all here. And they filled up this trough to go out. This here, I'll show you when I'm done here. It's all built up with birdseed. All right. Now, this right here is the thing to go out. See if we can get this with this. We may need a spade or a trowel to get to it. We'll see. Try one more time. Believe me, this is a godsend. Unbelievable. Gets a lot of it that I wouldn't be able to get. we want this to flow here. So we got to get a trowel and get that out. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, over here where I am working, right there by the post. Okay, that should be up. I had it leaning forward, and that used to be open, so the water traveled out. I can't put a slab on there or whatever because the sprinkler hose goes along the fence, goes along here, and goes around the barbecue area, and then behind the deck of the barbecue station, around the barbecue, around the bricks that I have the barbecue on, and behind the shed, and goes all the way to the pond. That's why I want to set up that scarecrow thing too. But I got to have it so that I don't get squirted. I go to feed the fish because it will activate and get me wet too. So I'm going to get a trowel to get that. Okay, I got one. This, we'll see if we can dig it out. And I got the loppers to get that twig off and everything else. So put that there. Now we'll dig out this. It's hard as anything. You see how much stuff is here. Let's see. I think we got it. Here we go. Here we go. If we have to take this out, we'll take this out too to get to it. I think we're going to have to. Let's get this rock out, paver out, whatever. We just want it to be opened so that water can go out and away from the house. I know what I got to get the hoe. It's not coming with this. Let me try this way. See, it bent, but it's easy to put back. Now let's see if we can get it this way. We're getting it. See, bend it back. Now we should be able to get it. This is what we want right here. All right, let's see. All right. That's it. This is tough as anything over here. I gotta get the hoe chopper. I'll be right back. Hopefully we can get it out. how to get this. This will get it out. So now the water can go out here. Okay, now we'll take the thing up. So to see if I can get another one at Home Depot and put it here and fix that rock after we get everything all set up. So now we can put the mulch down here. We can take this up. I believe, famous last words. Yeah, we got it. We'll dump this into the pail. We'll get all this. We want it to lean this way. Get this out now. All right. There's no excuse that the water won't stay in there anymore. It will run out. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3. Up. Actual glue in there. What we got to do is wash this. No, we're not going to do that. All right. We'll put this back now. We'll see if we can get another one in Home Depot. Or I may have one behind the shed. We'll see. Now we can put the drain back. I want to see if I have a nail. There's all sorts of mulch and stuff in there. Let's see if we have a screw or something we can put in there. Let's see if we have a screw or something we can put in there. Now you see what it does? If it leaks, it goes that way and goes out. It does not go in the garden bed anymore. That was my main goal. You see it? It's ending up over there. That's the main goal. Let me get that. We'll clean up that. I'm going to get a screw to put in there. Looking for a screw. I know where I'll have one. Over here. Over by the greenhouse. Wood pile. I'm looking at the wood pile. I know I have some over here somewhere. Otherwise, I got to go into the garage, and I don't want to. Looks like I'm going to have to. Unless we can get one off of here somewhere. Let me see if we can get this out. We got it. It's a coming. It's a coming. The bird went right on the camera. I don't know if you saw that or not, but he did. I got a screw right here. These gloves are strong. That's what you want. We'll be using these gloves from now on. I'll get some more. I have a ton of screws, but me being freaking lazy, I don't want to go into the garage and get the screws or go searching through the drawer. I know I had screws over here, so I'm doing this. And again, you say, "Now this takes time and everything else. Why you just go get a screw and put it in?" But that's the way I am. See, I'm freaking lazy. So, and this is why projects take so long for me to do it, because I'm just freaking lazy. No excuse. I want to take the easy way out. Is this an easy way out? No, is this getting in the garage and looking for a screw? I found a screw. I'm working on this screw. Now what's going to happen, I'm going to get it out. I'm going to do this and it's going to go flying. I'm not going to find it. Little sense of humor. We're almost there. We got it. I wasted at least 10 minutes trying to get this screw out. It would have taken just as long to get to the garage and get the screw, or going back in the shed and get the screws as well. So that's what we did. We got a screw. So now hopefully this will fit and it will stay up Eventually, I'm going to get a new gutter, a leader, and everything. But we want to get this so that it stays up. Let me see. I got to get it in there now. There we go. Okay, now it'll stay. Hopefully, we'll see. Fix that. All right. So now we'll roll out. We got that done. It'll keep the rainwater away from the house. We got to get this weed out right here. I'm over here. We got to get this weed out. Of course, we didn't get it. We're going to try that tool, see if we can get it out, or the other one. So what we're going to do right now is take all this. We're going to get our mulch and we're going to put it in. And basically tomorrow, all we have to do is plant and put down some mulch wherever we need it. So we just got to get behind the air conditioner. All right. Now, let's try this over here. Now we'll try that. We're going to try this in that corner right here. I want to get this out. That's some of it. So what we'll do is we'll spray a little bit of weed killer there. Now what we got to get is by the air conditioner, and then we get our mulch. Okay. We'll clean up this area. All right, we just got to get by the air conditioner. And last year at this time, we had the air conditioner going full blast because it was in the 80s. It was in the 90s, but it was in the 80s and humid last year. Same time. It's still cool. They say after this coming Monday, between this Monday and Memorial Day, it's going to get hot. So we'll see, and or warmer. So we're going to do this first. So what I'm doing is going to get in here, over here. And you hear the birds, they're around. They know them, I'm over here. Usually I'm over there in the garden. So they don't mind coming over here, but they're around. And that's all I want to get them to used to me being in the yard. And I would love to like have a farm and have chickens and ducks and that's my dream. Good Lord willing, hope to be here for at least another 10, 15 years. We'll see. But I haven't been a good disciple, so to speak. All right, let's get this. Same scenario, scraping. Same scenario, scraping. Well, all I want to do is get the big plants out. Once I put the mulch down, I'll put a little weed and feed here, and it will take care of the weeds. See? All the little shit, pardon my language, all the little cloves and straggly blues, whatever they call them, and some dandelions, but not much. And I have a frog from the thing in here. And we have some more. We have an elephant. No, a frog. Okay. What would an elephant be doing in a fairy garden setup? I don't know. That's in my mind. An elephant. You got to be kidding me. An elephant. There we go. What is this? An owl. Why they're in here, I don't know. Here's an owl. And what we'll do is we'll fix this too. There's the sprinkler that waters this area. And that's why I can't put a head down there, because this goes in that area and gets that all wet. So if I put a shepherd hooks up high enough, we won't have the problem with the lantern. And it's going up right up my butt here. The flower. That. Getting it moist and everything. So if I have it high enough, find out where it goes on here and have that in this. So this is okay. It's higher. So I would say below here. So if I have something here, it won't affect it. But if we have something lower, it might. Gabish? Another owl. Another shell. Another shell. We're taking stuff and bringing it over here. So we got most of it out, which I want to do. We'll get in here and rake it, and we're done. We can put down mulch, and you're watching me do it live with my grunting and hemming and hawing and everything else. And I got the loppers out to get those branches. So let's get this out of the way here. I'm going to get the big stuff out of the way. We want this to look nice. You walk down the steps, you want it to look nice. I think we got it all. Just got to get a few over here. Now that's good. Clean up this over here. We'll get that with the rake. All right, sorry about the huffing and puffing, but want to get this out of the ground. Okay, we got it. Got to get this one. All right. Now, we'll get a rake. We'll rake the area. And then we'll get in there and cut that bush down. And then we'll put the mulch in. See what we're going to do? I'll tell you about the bush. We're going to cut this bush down to below the deck. This is the big one right here. There we go. That's one. That's two. We don't want this going in the air conditioner. So, and we don't want it growing under the steps. Okay, I got it. Put this over here. And we want to get this. And we got another pot, flower pot over here. It's a small one. Okay. That's a small one. All right. Now we'll get our rake. We'll rake out what we can, and we'll get to the mulch. Like I said, I got to be very careful over here because of the sprinkler connections. I know exactly where they are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap off it and put a spigot and thing by the garden so that we can have it run. All right. All right. Now we'll get this. There's nothing over here. Everything is beyond this point. So we still got to be careful. The sprinkler box is right over here. I know I don't have the camera in the right place, but my sprinkler box is right over here behind this bush. The timers for each zone and everything else. So we got to be careful. The connection is right here. So got to work around it. What is this? Oh, this was a solar thing. Lights that we had. And there's another gnome right here. A shoveler. Maybe the squirrel wanted a doll for his child. Who knows? Got all this stuff to get out. Like I said, we may get to the mulch. We may not now because it's getting late. So hopefully we can. Just put some of it down. That broke. Haven't seen them. Ouch, that hurt. Ow. See if we can get this. There, we got it. No, I didn't get it all, but we got some of it. We may just put topsoil here and plants and make it look nice, but we want to get the mulch in that corner over there. So now this is much easier to get to over here. I'm in this corner. All right, I'm right here. I'm right here. And it looks like it's going to rain, although it didn't say rain today. But you never know with the spring weather, especially April and May. So what we'll do tomorrow, we'll put the sprinklers on tonight. What we'll do tomorrow is check the sprinklers out and see what zone is getting what water. So over here, we don't have to put mulch, although we'll put some topsoil here. And another thing we're going to do is take care of these rocks, these stones here, and redo them because they're leaning backwards. I know there's a brick there. So what happened was with all the rain and stuff, this area we had flooded. I'm going to try to do is open this up so that the water goes out. We'll figure it out. That's another project. So there's always something to do. Here's another berry. Here's another one. So we're over here now. We're getting this. We're getting this area over here. So we got this. We got this. We got to put some soil in here too. All right. Now we're going to rake the entire thing and see what we got. This is bamboo. This can go in here. We're going to rake the entire place. This entire area. All right. And as you can see over here, there's mesh over here so that the cat can't go in there. And then we'll get to that. And I have this here. When it's covered with flowers, the cat will sense that and stay away. So we want to get all this stuff out. We got 90% of the weeds, which I wanted. We can get in there and get them as we put down our mulch. We can also do this. Like I said, I know it'll come back, but that's okay. And don't worry, I got another one from Dollar Tree. $3 for this. The rake was $1.50 and the pole was $1.50 or $1.25. So $2.75, whatever. We got ourselves a nice tool. That's why I do Dollar Tree hauls. You missed it. Here's my friend right there. You see him? You see Rocky right there? See, I'm in the yard and he's coming to me. You see him? He's right there on the other side of the fence. Normally he wouldn't be there, but he's there. Okay? If I walk over to him or everything, he'll get scared and he'll walk away, run away. But he's not as shy anymore. And who we have in here? We have Judy May. She's waving hi, thumbs up. We got 3 people watching, up 2, and we have 1 thumbs up. Thank you, Judy May. I watched your video this morning. We're getting all this stuff up, all this stuff to get ready for the mulch. And we'll get the loppers and we'll get in there. I'm getting the peanuts out. Is that a peanut? No, it's not. Just shells. And he's right there in that corner eating the bird seed. See, with me over here, I've got to show you. And it's getting cloudy. That's unbelievable that he's over there. We're going to bring this closer. We'll see if we can bring it up. You see him? Right over there in the grass. Puts his head up, and up every now and then he's right there in that corner. He's watching me. If I make a sudden thing, I don't want to disturb him. I want to let him eat. Also, I have to tell you, when we started here, when we moved in here, uh, the garden bed was over here. Where the gnome is, you see the gnome? You see the gnome over here? That's where the garden bed was originally. Watch the squirrel. Still there. He's eating away. So I know I'm going to plant flowers here, and the squirrel is going to dig them up. So we're going to try to put them deep in there so that he can't dig them up. I'm trying to get most of the shells out. So that's it. Now we got this area clean. So if we get the mulch down today and get our, he's still over there, and there's a bird now in the corner. Like I said, they're getting used to me being here. I'm not bothering them. I'm doing my job, my work here, and they're not afraid. What I like. I would love to have a sanctuary where I have birds, or an aviary with birds and stuff. Keep it clean and everything else. I would love that. But unfortunately, we can't have it here. But we'll make this a sanctuary for the birds. So now that's it. He's still there. He's still there in that corner. So now we'll take this stuff out. Get these last few peanuts, shells. I'm not bothering him. He's not bothering me. And I like that. I would love to have sit on my porch in the country. That's my dream. Good Lord willing, I hope to live another maybe 10, 15 years or more, maybe 20 years. I'll be 92. I would love and just be there, but I don't want to be a burden to anybody. So I'm getting all the stuff up. And we'll pick it up. He left with the birds that are eating, the crow with the pigeons. All right, we'll get this stuff first. Over here. This stuff. There he goes. He's walking down the fence to the greenhouse. Not going in the greenhouse though. Nope. He went up and over. All right. And the birds are eating in my neighbor's yard. So this is where we got. Well, that looks much, much better. We get in there, put the mulch in there, put some topsoil behind there. We'll get in there and get those hoses worked out and run a line to my shed over here for the sprinklers and the irrigation. I may not do that until the summer, but maybe in end of July, beginning of June. But there's a lot of stuff to get done before then. So we got to get in there and get these stones out and redo them. We'll clean them up and we'll relay them in the ground. We have topsoil, whatever, dirt, we'll get to it. So I just want to get all this stuff together. See, about now, the cat would come around, but being that I'm in the yard, he's not here. And being that I've been here, the cat stayed away. So it's now getting later in the evening and they come back. I know I'm in the yard, so they're going to make an attempt once I get this stuff up and I disappear from here. They'll come back into the yard and eat the bird seed. Hopefully I'll catch them. We're not going live tonight until 10 o'clock. I put it up on my YouTube tab. I still can't get my community tab working. I'm going to try after we do here again. I'm getting to figure out how to get on StreamYard and the portrait feed, which helps, and the landscape feed, which is be horizontal. I don't know why they picked portrait and landscape, although it is portrait feed, your telephone, a vertical feed. That's what it is. It makes it simple for everybody. We'll get that later. We want to get this up. Maybe tomorrow we'll cut the grass too. I'll be out here until about 2:30. We'll come out here about 11:30. We'll be out here till about 2:30. Then we got to go food shopping. And then I'll come back and I'll try to finish up what we can finish up. First thing tomorrow morning, I'll be planting in the garden bed. I wanted to get this done because I want this nice for Memorial Day. I believe we're having company. If we don't, it's done. All right, we got most of it up. We're going to put it in the pail. And we're going to try to get some of the mulch down. Right here. This is spring cleanup, a race to Memorial Day, live stream. And I'll probably do this every Friday. This will go up after 6. Although it may be 6 now. I don't think so. But this will go up around 7 o'clock. And then we'll go live at 10. The view through the ring light. They will explain where we're going, what we want to do. And it's a shame to lose Squirrel, but he said he was going to go off YouTube and delete the channel and go to TikTok or Facebook. But I told him to keep it up. People to go check out the video, he may get more of a response, but nope, that's what he's doing. So we're getting here to power wash all this. I don't think by Memorial Day, but it's a good possibility. We'll see. We'll trim this back a little bit next week. Everything will be done garden-wise tomorrow. And a few odds and ends to plant. And we'll get some more plants. And then we'll grow some. And then once they grow in and the other ones start to die off, we'll get the seeds from them and see if we can get more seeds. We're going to harvest the seeds and I'm going to sell them. I'll show you how to harvest cucumber seeds. I'll show you how to harvest cantaloupe, melons, cucumbers, all that good stuff. That's what we'll be doing. And all the flowers. We'll do experiments with rosebuds and stuff like that. See if they grow. We'll graft something onto a tree. You've seen shorts where the people graft them and they come back in a few, about 4 or 5 weeks, and they've got a plant. So that's what we're going to try to do. My neighbor can be so, behind me, can be so sweet to her kids, but don't, I repeat, don't cross her. Do not get on her bad side. My goodness, she's a terror. So that's why I don't usually put them up. She's been pretty good today. But the kids, oh, they get on her nerves. And I can imagine my son was the same way. Did certain things and everything else. They grow up. Everybody did things. I'm no exception. I did stuff to my mother and father that aggravated the heck out of them. So, but oh, she can go off. My goodness. But so they have some wild parties too. So, and we have another gnome in the mix, a turtle and a frog. I think that's it. Oh, and this is separate. All right, let's see if we can get this up. All right. Now it looks like it's going to rain. So, do we stop or do we try to get some mulch down? What we can do is clean out the bird feeder. So we'll do that. We'll get this out of the way. First things first, we're going to cut the rose bush. We're going to cut this off here. No, I'm not getting anything here, right here. Let's get this right here. You see, it's dead, but it's like it's getting darker. So we can get this tomorrow. If we can get this off, it'd be nice. Can we get this? We got this. Do want to perch it. We got this. We'll make something out of it. That's what I wanted to get. Let's see if we have any other dead branches. I'll get more wood and I'll do it. I think we have one here. And we can cut that. That's all dead. If you notice, I would say by the end of May, we'll have flowers here because we have buds now. We'll check them out. So it's been about, what, 2 hours? Let's check the time, how long we've been on. It is now 2 hours. I was right. And we have Junie Mae Collins, and I think Jesse M. Thank you, Jesse, for coming in. I appreciate it. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. I was just cleaning up my area here. We got some more. And speak of the devil, he's back. Rocky's back. Right there. In that eating nuts. We're going to go to the corner and get this stuff up. I think we're going to have rain. So I may wait. We'll see. We'll get everything together. I hear thunder. So the birds are getting their stuff together. The squirrel, you see him? Right here? You see him? He's eating a nut or a seed. He's going to go along the fence and go down. He goes over the greenhouse and goes over the top. I think they have a nest in that tree. That's why I'm hesitating to take it down because of that incident. We're going to get this. We'll level this out here nice. We'll put this away. Over there, out of the way. We'll bring this down. Like again, we're going over the mulch that we have in here. We're making sure it's all dug up and we got 90% of the weeds. There's a few here and there, but what are you going to do? You don't get them all. But we're rounding this out. There we go. This is dandelion. We got it. All right. This is it. The mulch will cover this. So this is much nicer. All the weeds are out. Go back and check the video. I'm going to find it and I'm going to snapshot a picture of it. This is after. Go check out the other videos that I have. I'm going to try to splice a video together. I'm going to try it myself. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. We're going to try. Every morning we're coming out here and it's going to pour any minute. The birds went in. Yep, they're starting. No sight. Okay, we're gonna have to hold off to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is supposed to be nice. Famous last words. I've always said a weatherman can be so wrong and still have a job, but weather is unpredictable. It's a guesstimation. 99%, say 95% of the, maybe 90% of the time they're right. But they said there was a chance of showers. It may pass, but I feel that I have to stop. My hair is standing up on the back of my neck. And everything's starting to hurt. So this looks nice. It's done. We got to get in here and get the mulch in here. But that's it for today. Tomorrow, with flowers in here, seeds in there, and get to the pond. And may work on it on Sunday. We're going to do another live stream tomorrow. I'm going to set it up maybe by the pond when we leave. I'll come back and we'll work on it some more, whatever. And like I did today, I figured I would give you a live shot of what I do in the yard. It's just me. I just take my time. I get done what I get done. That's it. They're getting ready. I'll show you the clouds in a second. Maybe they'll disappear. So everything should be planted tomorrow. And next week, we'll get to the pond. And that's the crunch time for next Saturday to get as much done as we can. I'm not going to go crazy. We will cut all the grass, trim up everything nice. We'll get what we can done all over. Get all the mulch down, get our flowers in the ground so that it looks nice for everybody. And we'll have another party in July after we come back from our vacation. We'll get the canopy up next week also, probably Friday or Saturday. But that's after we do the pond. I think my wife is inviting her friend if she's feeling well. Feeling better or not. She had allergic reaction to some medication she was taking. So she's a little bit under the weather. And I don't know if her husband is coming. We have to see. But it would be nice to have a barbecue. And we're going to do a reunion with my sisters, two daughters, my two nieces. We're going to get together with them, have a barbecue in the yard. So that's what we're doing. If it don't come down, I'll check the time. We'll put some of the mulch down. If not, we'll call it quits. I want to see. Looks like it's coming this way. Moving slowly, and you can feel it. You can feel the drizzle again, the nasty, nasty, nasty drizzle. Okay, first thing tomorrow, I'm going to set up the camera about 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11, and we'll go live, and I'll be in the yard, maybe putting down the mulch, cutting the grass, whatever, weed whacking, with the birds around and everything. And we'll get to seeding, we'll get to putting plants down and stuff like that. Yep, it's starting. It's coming. So we're going to have to stop. I'll leave the camera going so you can see that it does rain. But the birds know. They go to their nests or bird houses. We're going to build a nesting box. So it's about, I'm not looking at a clock, trying to guesstimate the time. We'll check the chat if Judy May or Jesse M is in the chat. Judy May's in Eastern time, so is it like 4:30, 5 o'clock? I would say 5:30 right now, because they said it was going to rain around that time. So that looks nice. All right. Put the mulch in there, all over there. Get as much as we can there. We'll put some topsoil over there. We'll put a few little plants there. We're not going to put anything because we've got to get to the air conditioner. We'll put something there. But it looks nice. And this area right here is going to be the bird sanctuary for the birds, the bird habitat. With the hummingbird thing, the flowers for the hummingbirds, the fountain in the bird bath, and the nesting box here or there. We'll maybe get another one of those. it keeps threatening, and then it stops. But it's breaking up, and then as it breaks up, there's more clouds coming in. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. They're calling to each other. I'll show you in a second. I'm going to let it go until about 6 o'clock or so. So that's it. I would say about June 22nd, summer, all the yard work will be just about done. Everything will be planted and growing. The greenhouse will be thriving. The pond will be running. And then we start tweaking everything, looking where we can add flowers, what we can trim and stuff like that. And then by the end of June, go into July, countdown to our vacation, looking at property up there. We get back here, we continue with our tweaking of the yard, fixing the pavers and stuff like that, all that stuff, all the slates and everything. So keep watching the channel. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to ding that bell. By dinging the bell, you get notified when I post a video. Going to try to find out what time it is. What time is it? I was right. 5 o'clock. So we have to stop. So what we'll do is we'll come back out and water the flowers and stuff like we did before. And tomorrow we'll put all the mulch down and plant what we have. And hopefully within a month, our seeds will start germinating and we'll have more flowers to add and more vegetables and stuff like that. And we'll have a nice harvest for the summer. I want to put these around here and see if they work. And then we'll decide where we're going to put them. Once you put the mulch down and everything. So I would say it would be here, right here. I'm going to put it right here. We can't because the ground is too hard. But around that vicinity, there we go. Right here. All right. Then we go 1, 2, 2 over here. We put 1 here. Probably the ground's going to be too hard here, right here. I don't know. We'll see. That's it. Okay, 1, 2, right here. We'll fix all these up. If we have to buy new ones, we'll buy new ones. They were $1, then now $1.25 or $1.50. I don't know for sure. And then we go 1, 2 in the corner here, like this. And then 1 here. Like this. All right. The reason for this, we have a few of them. One more left. Exactly. What the reason for this? Can you guess why? It's going to rain. Can you guess why? The reason for all of them around there's more in the yard. We're going to put them. Why I'm putting them that way? You know why? Can you guess why? Why? Because when I get the hose and bring the hose to the backyard, that's why I want to set up separate stations, like have 1 in each zone. That would be zone, the front zone 1, they're fine to have the garage. We can get that. But zone 3, zone 4 will have 1, and zone 5 will have 1, where we can water it. And I'll set up sprinklers and stuff like that to make sure the area is getting watered. But why do I have those hooks, these hooks there? I just gave you a hint. We pull the hose from there, and it looks nice too, so it doesn't go into the garden bed. That's why we do it. The flowers will grow here or whatever, but it won't get into the garden bed and pull the flowers out. That's the idea behind it. So we'll put this here, right here. This. And we'll clean out that tomorrow. We'll try not to put the bird feeder over the bird bath, because the birds eat the seeds or whatever. The wind blows, the seeds go into the bird bath. We don't want that. We're going to plant more seeds and stuff like that, but these are some of the seeds that are going in that area. All right? Zinnias, cosmos, this is geranium, and those are seeds that are going to go in the garden bed. That will be tomorrow. So that's going in there, and we're planting seeds so they will grow. We'll have more seeds in the greenhouse, and we'll have seeds flowers throughout the summer and into the fall. You see the bird on the fence right there? They're used to me here. You see me cleaning up? and it's getting darker again. So, and my nose is running. Putting the stuff away. Like I said, tomorrow I will be out here around 11:30, 12 o'clock. I'm going to set the camera up around 10, and it'll be working in the yard until about 2 o'clock. And then we're going to 2:30, 2 o'clock. Going to go do our food shopping, get stuff we need for the week, whatever. Although we have food and everything, but you never know. And we'll do an experiment with vinegar to see if we can kill some weeds off and stuff like that. We'll look into pests in the garden going forward, all that good stuff. We'll discuss some of that tonight. And then I will get, and here's another pigeon. And the blue jay just flew on my roof. There's 2 pigeons there. There are 2 birds on the wire over there. And see, he came down. I'm going to give him something. I'm not. So what I'm going to do is put those stakes back and everything. You can watch the birds on the wire. And if you can see them, they're at the top wire there. I can't make it any closer. For now, we'll take these. We'll see if they light. They've been in the sun all day. There they go. Nope, one's still there. That's my friend. He was around the yard last year. That guy right there. Hi, Nellie. Nellie. Nellie? I call her Nellie. That's Robert the Crow. I got names for all the birds. We'll see if they light. If we can get more, we'll get more if we need them. But we have all sorts of lights. I need one more crystal light for the deck. I don't know where I got them. Well, sorry. We got to fix that too. That's next. Get in there and cut this down. Get that down. We'll put this over here for now. Not working. I know it. It's not working. The sun's coming out, but it's getting late and it's going to rain. Sun's breaking through and more clouds are coming in. We'll see if this works. Gotta go wash up for dinner. The wife came out. She's going, I said, what time is it? And she went in and told me. It's about 5:15. Or 4:45 or whatever. I don't know what she said. Yeah, 5:15. So we'll stop. See, and if these are here, okay, we'll put one over here. The cat can't go for the thing because you have this in the way. The birds can just fly away. The cat has to crawl. We have all sorts of stuffs in there. I have these stubs of the rose bush and the big thorns. So the cats won't go in there to get anything because they can't get out. I have the mesh, and I'll show you when we put the mulch down. And it looks nice too. It's for the predators. Some people just put it in for lawn decorations, but I use it to keep the predators out. We'll get more too. And so behind the hydrangea bush, there's chicken wire. So you can't nest there and attack the birds and the bird feeder. We have the rose bush, and the bottom of the rose bush has thick thorns there. They're waiting for me to go in. The sun came out, but look over there. You see the rain clouds? And that's only temporary. So, and there's Rocky. Hi, Rocky. Hi. We're going over there. I'm going to eat some more birdseed. I got to go past Rocky. I got to put the hose away. He's eating the birdseed in the grass. Right there. I'm going to go past him. He's going to go. He took off. Did he? Yep, he took off. So I got to put the hose away. And there's the bird. Doesn't go far. This one stays in the yard. Nellie. 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 Hey, Nellie. You know your name. There you are. No, those are doves. All right. We'll water some more flowers. I think that's enough for today. So let's turn this off and let it trickle. So I have a spigot over here. I have a spigot over here. What I want to do is I have the line that runs over here. I want to tap into that line, make it T, and put something over there and something over there so that I can water over here. I want something over here on the shed. And then I want to put one over here going to the ground for a drip irrigation. What we're going to do is put the hose away now. I hope you like this live stream. I hope it's still working. I believe it is. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. What we're going to do is we're going to put some water in the greenhouse. What I want to do, one there, because I want to have the garden bed here, have it go here, and have the drip irrigation in here, or run it from there, and have a PVC pipe over here, with the faucet on it. What we're going to do with this is top dress. You can see the cardinal on the bird feeder, if you saw them or not. Like I said, they're in the yard. They see me, and they're in the yard. And there's birds behind the camera. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use it with this one, go this way, but I don't want to disturb the sprinklers. Okay? So by me tapping off that line that goes by the fence over there, I can do it. It's all out. All right. Put that there like that. That's it. Shut the gate. Like I said, all this wood is going to be used for the shed and to make some bird houses out of. We'll take care of that too. Come out later and shut the greenhouse out. It's getting dark again. We're going to get rain. This time we've been out here for over 2.5 hours. I'm going to let it go. The birds are behind the camera. There's a crow. Hey, Roberta. Roberta. I'm going to go. It's all right. You can stay there. They'll all fly away. We're going to leave the camera out. We're going to let it go till it dies, which I don't think it will. We've been very good. So, almost 3 hours. We're going to try to get 3 hours and a half out of it. Just before dinner, I will come out and end the stream. We'll be back on it 10 Eastern, 9 Central, 7 Mountain, 9 Central, 8 Mountain, 7 Pacific. There's the sun out again, but the clouds are coming in. So we did enough for today. We'll set up the camera and you watch the birds. Tomorrow we'll do the fish, we'll do the pond, we'll get this done. We'll work until about 2:30, and then we'll go pick up my daughter and do our food shopping. And then whatever. And then next week we'll get to these with those pots. Got to put this away. We have another one of these. We'll use them. Got to put this away. We'll set up the camera on the deck. You watch the birds. And there's Nellie. Nellie. That's Nellie. 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 Go ahead. Go ahead. No? Where you going to go? Go ahead. Nellie, come on. Go. Go ahead. I won't harm you. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put it down for you. I'm going to go over there. You got to either fly or stay there. It's okay. I'll go over there, Nellie. It's okay. Okay. I'm going to go over here. There you go. You went to the roof. He stays in the yard. She stays in the yard. Excuse me. I believe I can't tell the difference, but I believe it's a female. She's right there. I'm going inside, Nellie, okay? Okay. Up. She's still on the roof. Getting dark again. So we'll set this up over here. We'll let it go. I'm going to wash my hands and stuff. You see what we get here until it does rain, if it rains at all. Getting more clouds coming in. I'm not going to take the chance. And it's getting late. So that's it for tonight. Remember, the past is behind us. The present is now. The future is what you make it. So let's make 2026 better than 2025. And I'll be back in about half hour or so, or when the whistle blows, right after that, to turn the camera off. Enjoy the show. Let's see if it goes to that. We have nobody in the chat now. We have 2 thumbs up. Thank you both. That's probably Judy May and Jesse M. So enjoy the show. We're setting the camera up. There we go. Enjoy the bird feeders and the barbecue area. And the birds are back. I'll be back later. The seagulls are coming around to see what's going on. Like I said, we have all sorts of birds in here. Are they going to land? We're about a half hour away from Jones Beach, so on a good day, so say an hour in traffic. Billy and Nellie is on the thing. There's the red robin. See it? Enjoy the show. nothing. No, I just finished the yard. I just sat down. You scared the hell out of me. I'm coming. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. And I will be back tomorrow, setting it up about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And about 11:30, I'm going to go to putting the mulch down and everything else. I don't have any more. And I'll work till about 2:30, and then I'll come back and finish up what I can. But we definitely should get the seeds in the raised beds and get that area done tomorrow. I'll see you all in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, ding that bell. Let me know what you think. And there's Rocky coming up. He wants some nuts. You want some? Let's get you some. Wait, wait. No more. No more. No more. That's it. No more. Have no more. No more. No. No more. Sorry. You want something else? No more. I don't have any. I'm sorry. I'll check. Wait. I'll check. Okay, you have one thing. I have no more nuts. Here. This is all I have. Over here. This is all I have. Right here. This is all I have. See if you want that. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's all I have. Go ahead. Go ahead. Would you eat that? That's all I have. Go ahead. No, you don't want it? No nuts. No more. Get some tomorrow. Eat the fish food. That's it. He's looking for nuts. You see? I gave him some fish food. He'll eat it. He ate one. Go ahead, eat it. That's all I have. That's it. Sorry. So like, comment, subscribe, ding that bell, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. No. 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 No, don't have any. No. He's looking. I'm sorry. I don't have any. I gotta see if I have some nuts. Wait here.